Do it anyway. Simple enough, do it anyway. Have the audacity to. And, audacity is like, okay, I'm gonna do it regardless of what I think about it, regardless of what other people think about it, what I assume people are gonna think about it, and just do it regardless. I do think that it has to be something we truly want. And why do we want it? Why do we want what we're asking for? And are we ready to take everything it comes with? A simple example is going to the gym. I want to have this certain body type, this certain physique. But am I ready to work however long it takes? Am I ready to have that sore body? Am I ready to eat different? Am I ready to cut stuff out of my life? Sometimes I don't think we're truly ready for what we're asking for. And that's okay. That's okay. Only one way to find out, right? Only one way to find out. Have the audacity to try. Because you never know where life could take you. You never know where life can show you what you are capable of. And in a way, it's like you're bringing the potential out of yourself. You're bringing the potential out of yourself. We all have a certain amount of potential. It's just up to us to express it. You may be better at some things than others. That's perfectly fine. As long as you enjoy it, that's what matters. Let's say you like painting. You might not be the next Pablo Picasso, but you still enjoy it regardless. And that's what matters. Enjoying the things you do. Knowing that you may not be the best. You may not be the best. You may not be in the top 100, top 1,000. But why even compare in the first place? Because everyone has their own opinion. Everyone is so caught up in their own life that it doesn't matter whether you succeed or you fail. Life goes on. Life goes on. There's nothing wrong with failing. If anything, failing creates growth. Failing creates success. Because there's no success without failure, and there's no failure without success. They're both together, yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. Because if you never failed, then what is success? And is it truly? And it's that weird thing where it's like this gray area where it's like, okay, we can only define things because of what other people have. Okay, I never failed in this business, I never lost or nothing like that. So you can compare it, and even so, it's like I feel as if sure you can keep a track record for yourself. That's perfectly fine. But I think the moment that we decide, okay, let me see how this person's doing. Let me see how this other person's doing. Oh, I'm doing better. I feel better about myself. I'm doing worse than this person. I feel worse about myself. We get lost in that. That's where we truly create some sort of destruction for our life. We get so caught up in other people's lives that we neglect our own. We neglect our own life and even so, it's like other things too. We get so caught up in life, living through other people's lives that we ignore our own. We're so caught up in social media looking at other people's lives that we forget to live our own. We don't find our own satisfaction, our own happiness, our own contentment with our own life. We just get it from looking at other people's lives. Nothing wrong with, and what immediately came to my mind was like Twitch streamers or streamers in general. You see them having the most fun, adventurous things going on. Nothing wrong, because I enjoy all that too. I enjoy it. But I'm not so far to say that's my only source of happiness. That's my only source of excitement. I have things in my own life that excite me. And we have to find that for ourselves. It'll take trial and errors. Who knows how much? Who knows how many things you might have to try for us to find it. Some people might like cars. Another might like horseback riding. Another might like boxing, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai. Another might like, content creation, another might like music, another might like baking, another might like creating documents. I don't know. Someone might like being a librarian, someone might like creating books. You never know where your interest can lead you. And you can have multiple of them. But guess what? You'll never find out if you never take the chance, if you never take that risk, if you never take the opportunity to go beyond your thoughts and create an action. You know, whether your thoughts support or hold you back, doesn't matter. You know, if your thoughts support you, you're gonna do it regardless. If your thoughts don't support you, you're gonna do it regardless. And you see, and you know, it's nothing wrong with just completely blocking out your thoughts. It's okay to observe them. Because I observe my thoughts too. Why do I think that? Why do I think this particular thing? And what led me to believe this? Why do I believe it? Why do I believe this to be true? You know, and kind of restructuring everything to where it needs to be. This idea of what got you here won't get you there. What got you this to right now won't get you to where you need to be. There's constant growth and evolution and change. Becoming more of who we are or who we set out to be. You know, painting this sort of canvas of our life that we want to do. Every single second that we live leaves a stroke on the painting. Who are we defining ourselves to be? And you're either reframing or maintaining that sense of identity of who you are. If you feel like you're, for lack of better terms, a loser, you might act in the way that you think is a loser. And it's up to you to decide, you know, I can change. It's up to you to decide I can change. Because you can. Behavior and emotions and thoughts, they can all change. They're all fleeting. Emotions and thoughts, they're always changing. They're always changing. One moment you can be angry, the next moment you can be happy, upset. Emotions are not always constant. They're always bound to change, the same as thoughts. You know, thoughts are a bit more trickier because it's like thought patterns and thinking things like that, like thought patterns and having this repeated cycle. But even so, it's like, why do we have them? It's because of our beliefs. Why do we believe it? Why do we believe it? Why do we not believe something? And, you know, tackling that head on can be a process in itself. But it's having the audacity to say, okay, so what? So what? Things may be stacked against me, but so what? So what if I think of this about myself? So what if I feel this way? So what if I think I can't do it? Let me try it out. Let me try it out. That'll get you so far from what I've experienced. I think it took me so far in my own personal growth, just because it's like, okay, let me try something different. Let me try something new. Let me switch things up. But just to see what I like, you know. And I don't think it'll ever stop. But at the same time, I'm not always constantly searching for a new pursuit of something new, some new sort of novelty or something like that. No, because there's things I do enjoy, and I'm gonna continue to do them and refine it. That's something. You know, finding something I do like and sticking with it. And even so, it's like, is there different ways to go about it? But what I do believe is our mind plays a huge role in it. You know, and the assumptions we make based upon of how it's gonna feel or what it's gonna look like, because those aren't necessarily true. Think about it. It's all an assumption. You don't truly know until you try it. You want to talk to this person. What do you think you'd feel? You have assumptions, but you don't know until you go up and talk to them. You just introduce yourself, you have a conversation. The conversation itself doesn't matter. It's the fact that you said you want to converse with this person, and you did, and you felt however you felt. Feelings aside, you still did it. Let your actions be actions, your thoughts be thoughts, and your feelings be feelings. But at the same time, they can support each other. Support, it can support you, propelling you further, or it can support you by pushing you back, by holding you back. I think I'm gonna just leave it off there, honestly. Enough said, because this is my third video recording, just back to back to back, just talking. And I wonder how long I've talked for. I don't know. I had time today, so I'm just like, let me do it. And let me do it. It was my first time in a while just talking. It felt amazing though. It felt very needed. It felt almost therapeutic, honestly. And that's the thing, it feels therapeutic for me to just talk. It really just calms myself. It really just calms myself, because that's what we need at times. Just unwind, express ourselves. It doesn't have to be to someone always. It can be to ourselves, to a book, in our own mind even. We can meditate, do whatever. Our mental well-being is key. Because sure, you can have the best looking body, best looking physique, you can have this and that, but it's like, if your mental is not right, the other stuff does not matter. The other stuff does not matter. So take care of your mental health, take care of your mind, and your body plays a part in it too. I can't completely disregard that. If your body needs rest, recover. Take it easy for a day. And if you feel the need, like, I can't take it easy, go light for the day. Don't push yourself as hard, but just do enough where it's like, okay, I feel satisfied with this. Because that's how I feel. If I don't play soccer for a day, I feel a little bit like itchy. So like today, for example, I just played for like half an hour. That was it. I usually play for like an hour and a half, possibly 2. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just play for half. And that was it. I just took a shower and just recorded these videos. I feel completely satisfied with that. I can be hard on myself, but I also care for myself. So sure, I work hard, but at the same time, I know when to take a break. And I do think, a lot of people are suffering. I don't even want to say in silence, but it's just suffering, because it's like so many people are going through it, but we just kind of ignore it. And it may not be you particular, but it's just the world. The world is kind of just ignoring the suffering. For whatever reason, just because there's so much going on, it's like sometimes we can't all burden that. We can't carry that burden, so we just kind of shut off. That's what I think sometimes happens. So that's why it's like, I see so much animosity on social media, and it's like, I think there's just a lot to process and to digest, so it's whatever, who knows. I'm gonna just leave it off there. Thank you and I appreciate you. See ya.